Hi SHRS. So I thought as I was putting this video together that I would just present a couple of pros and cons of remote working. So I think for me, I really do like to cook, and this has given me the opportunity to do a lot more cooking. Of course, the con is that it's giving me the opportunity to do a lot more eating. I think another pro is that I do have the chance to clean my house a little. The con is that I'm here all the time and I have the chance to really mess up my house a lot. I would say probably another, as you hear my dog bark in the background, another of the pros and cons is that I have 2 cats and 3 dogs that I absolutely adore, and they love that I am home. The con is that my dogs and cats are much more manipulative and irritating than my wonderful OT colleagues, and I really miss my colleagues. I think finally too for me is that there's a lot to be said for my self-isolating, for my having quiet, for my ability to focus. A con of that is that I can't open my door anymore and put the quiet behind. So I miss you SHRS, and I hope we're back together soon.
Hi HRS family, my name's Aiden Ryan, and my biggest stressor / challenge for remote learning has been working from my family laundry room. How I keep my Panther pride is keeping a countdown for when I can return to campus, and the way that I'm keeping myself going is knowing that one day I'll be able to face any challenge because I know that it couldn't possibly be any greater than what we're facing now. So excited to meet you all.
Hello SHRS students. I think the biggest challenge, anxiety, stressor for me transitioning was the lack of interaction with you guys. I really enjoy hearing the clinical stories and interacting with you, teaching you skills, and seeing you guys blossom into excellent providers. And not being able to see that in person has probably been one of the biggest stressors. But knowing we're coming back and we're going to prevail and see you guys in new clinical situations this coming year and seeing how we're going to adapt and overcome, that's what keeps me engaged. I wish you the best of luck this year, despite whatever accommodations and changes we need to make in order to make this year successful.
Hi, my name is Gina Ricky. I'm really excited to be starting this semester up in the SHRS program. One of the biggest challenges I've been facing, especially during quarantine, is just trying to stay organized and especially trying to find a job for this upcoming year that will qualify for my PA school hours. How I've channeled my inner Panther is by just making sure I write everything down in my planner, staying time managed, and by just writing down all these goals that I have for this next coming year and making sure I stay on them. And what helps me keep going is by writing down all my goals and making sure I can accomplish them in time and just visualizing what I have set once I write them down. So I'm really excited to be starting this year. Can't wait to see everybody.
Yeah, hi there, this is Göran Fiedler reporting on how I am holding up during this Corona lockdown. I'm doing actually quite alright. I know I look a little different than before, but this is nothing really to worry about. Just me streamlining my grooming routine. So I have set up a little bit of a office space here in the backyard shed that we have. Here's my desk and here's a little view out the window. So obviously not quite the same than my office in the university where I'm looking at the parking structure next door. But I guess this is just one of the things we have to put up with in this time. So just real quick, since we are showing pets as well, we have 3 little birds that are quite friendly to the family and give us eggs every morning, which is also quite a nice side effect. So with all that said, I hope everybody is able to make the most out of those challenging times, stay healthy, have a successful fall term, and I look forward to seeing everybody again soon. Bye-bye.
Hi, my name is Kylie Rabatin and I'm an upcoming junior in the Rehab Science program. I would say the biggest stressor of this quarantine situation would be the uncertainty of everything. But I've been able to channel my inner Panther by staying positive and accepting the fact that everybody's in the same boat and we'll get where we're going eventually. And something that I've been looking forward to is just starting my journey in the Rehab Science program and having fun with learning things that have to do with my career path and future.
Hi everyone! I'd like to welcome all of you back for another fall semester. I know this year has been insane and challenging for all of us in many different ways. One of the big stresses for me was moving to a work from home environment and feeling that disconnect and not having that face-to-face interaction with my students and colleagues. However, I've been trying to channel my inner panther, and the panther spirit animal is associated with valor, courage, and determination, and also with the understanding that your power lies in the shadow of your life. So, taking this current situation as a challenge, I've just been forging ahead one day at a time. One of the things that excites me about the future is that my husband and I have bought a new house, and I look forward to all the endless projects that come with playing house. And see you guys in the fall. Hail to Pitt!
Hello, this is Yaxin Lin, a new graduate student of Clinical Rehabilitation and Mental Health Counseling program. I'm so excited to be enrolled in this program and start my full term in Pittsburgh. And as I'm excited, I'm also worried about taking the whole semester classes remotely, even though I have experience of taking online courses, but it was only like 2 months. And the difficulty level of graduate is different from undergraduate, and this is also my first time to live alone. However, I really want to well organize my life in my study. I'm so thankful that I was accepted by this program. It's absolutely a good chance for me to study in order to be a counselor. I'm so excited to meet you all in full, and thank you so much.
There are incredible challenges that have come with COVID-19, both in terms of teaching and in terms of clinical care, but also amazing opportunities. We've seen clinical care expand into telehealth for audiologists, and in terms of teaching, we're discovering new ways of doing things that are going to let us expand our program out to even more people to access the education here at the University of Pittsburgh.
Hi SHRS community, I hope you're all doing well. My name is Trisha Cousins, I'm with Sports Medicine and Nutrition Department, and one of the biggest stressors or anxiety during this time was having to work at home with 2 little kiddos, but we balanced it, pulled out my inner strength or inner panther, working with the new technology at home. And what's kind of pulling us through this is knowing that, the healthcare workers were in the same situation just a few months ago, and, they thrived. And so us as educators now are going to step up, and we got this. Hail to Pitt. Say hail to Pitt.
Hail to Pitt! Hey guys, my name is Olivia Miller. I'm a junior in rehab science. And over the course of the quarantine and COVID, I really found it difficult for me to break up my study time because I find that I sit at the computer all day and I basically just study for the entire time. So I found it nice for me to be able to break up my studying by going outside, going on walks, or even just sharing like a FaceTime call with some of my friends has really helped to break up some of my studying time. And I'm really looking forward to hopefully eventually applying to PA school and looking forward to that.
Welcome back, fellow Panthers. Excited to see what this next year holds for us. I know that we'll be able to rise to the occasion. The biggest stressor for me has been wearing multiple hats like many of you, parenting 2 small kiddos during this, and working when the schedule allows me to do so, which means morning, in between activities, the evening, all of the above. But we're making it work. I know that I've been able to rise to the occasion because I see how hard all of my fellow colleagues are working that have many of the same challenges, and we've been able to submit a couple of grants, a couple of papers during this time frame, and I've also been able to graduate my first PhD student. So it's been a really motivating time, despite having some challenges that have gone along with it. Behind me, funny workspace. Get a lot of comments about that. My happy hour space, but it's my bunker and the only place that is safe from the kids. Good luck.
Hello, SHRS family. My name is Rachel. One of the biggest things that I'm stressing about is keeping up the intrinsic motivation to have good study habits and good time management, but knowing that this isn't going to last forever, and the better we are at keeping our distance and staying healthy, then the quicker we're going to get out of this mess and the less people are going to get sick. And something that excites me about my future is knowing that I'm going to be graduating relatively soon, hopefully, and that I'm going to move on to do, what I went to school for, the job that I really, really want.
One of the biggest challenges that I've had since moving fully home and out of the office is really making sure that I schedule time for self-care. It's really easy to be on all the time, so making sure that I have time to work out and time to disconnect from social media and the news, and then come back ready and refreshed and ready to go. I've really dug into being a Panther by making sure that I lean on my resources, both that the university offers, but also the people that are in my corner. And one of the things that I'm most excited about is the fact that our students, while it might not seem really at this time, you are being trained on things that counselors in the field for 30 years are now trying to learn on the fly. And when you leave the program, you're going to be ready to really just sort of hit the ground running. And I'm excited to see where you go from here.
Hi, I'm Nina Soffer, and I am a junior in the athletic training program. So the biggest challenge that I've faced with remote learning is being able to study on my own. I'm used to, going somewhere else outside of my house, and now I don't really have that opportunity anymore. So I've channeled my inner Panther by being resilient despite these challenges. I'm figuring out new ways in order to study, make sure I have a quiet space to do my work, things like that. One thing that keeps me going and gets me excited about the future is figuring out where I want to travel to once all this kind of quarantine stuff's over, and hopefully go overseas again.